I welcome this episode of River Reboot. This episode, we got this Mariner 8 horsepower. If you've seen how to buy a used outboard, check out our previous video. But today we're going to try to attack the carburetor kit on eBay for less than 20 bucks. You can get everything you need for these Mariners, which are basically Mercury outboards. I know that some of the original Mariners were made by Yamaha, but I'm not getting into that. So please don't leave comments about I don't know what I'm talking about, because I do not know what I'm talking about. So anyway, eBay, you can get them under 20 bucks. The carburetor kits, everything you need. So stay tuned while me and my neighbor, Captain Eric, try to attack this project. All right, you can see we finally got the carburetor off. We didn't film that part because, to be honest with you, I wasn't that familiar with it, so I didn't want to show you wrong. So together, me and Eric, we cobbled the carburetor off. It is very clean. So we're going to start by taking these bolts out the back and cleaning these jets, or the jet at least on this one. With today's gas, it only takes a little bit of anything to clog it up. Like I said, the kit that I got from eBay, you won't use all these parts, but everything is in here you should need. We got two bolts here. The first one on mine happens to be a 1/2 inch wrench and a 7/16. So we'll take this first bolt out here where this one jet is and see if it's clogged. Maybe something in here is not letting it run right. It's so clean, but like I said, that gas can really clog them up. That looks a little dirty in there. Oop. There's some gunk right there. See that? Some build up like carbon. All right, you want to clean this little jet out right here. Make sure there's no debris in there. It looked like it had a little bit of carbon build up in there. It's all good and clean now. When you take this second bolt out, you have to be careful because there's a little spring and a BB in there. Do not lose these parts. See that right there? See the BB? Whoa, there it goes. And there's your little spring. Okay, now we're ready to remove our bowl. Be careful so you don't lose no parts. You see this thing looks pretty clean. You see there's another spring right down here. Don't lose that. Okay, you see I sprayed this all out, cleaned it all off. It looks wonderful, but still wasn't running right. So we're gonna take this next piece off right here, these 4 screws. Okay, when you get these 4 screws almost loose, make sure you hold your hand down on it tight. There's a big spring under here. It's gonna go bam and fly out like a trick can of peanuts. So be very careful with it. Notice I got 2 hands on, I can feel it. There we go, see, ta-da. See, that could be our issue there. See this gunk right here? I don't know what in the world. Yep, looks like glue in there. You can see we got the spring and everything out, so you just want to clean every little hole, every little nook and cranny here on this. I'm just spraying it easy so it won't flash up on the camera or my face. This is good. You get that cleaned out and then you move on to this next piece here. Okay, we'll set this piece to the side for now. We'll go back here to the main carburetor in the bowl. We want to get this little piece right here out. See that, Eric? So we're gonna let that come out. Flip it upside down, there it goes. Notice we got that little pointy end goes down. Okay, you should replace this seal right here. I guess I will, I don't know. It's so clean, I guess I got it tore down this part of mine as well. All right, so we're gonna replace this seal right here. It looks good, but look at that. See the gunk under there? So correct move. Clean it all off here. All right, we're gonna take this side of the carburetor off now. Not sure if there's a spring under there, but sure feels springy. Word to the wise, be careful. Okay, we got all the screws out. We're gonna remove. I feel that spring behind there. Ta-da. Okay. Okay, you want to make sure you get all these areas clean here. You want to spray them. Like I said, I'm not spraying hard because of the closeness of the camera. You want to spray all your holes. Clean this baby up the best you can. Any little gunk, carbon build up. Okay, we're going to move the top screws from the top cover here. All right, now we're taking off this top cover here. It's got 2 Phillips heads. I don't know if there's a spring behind it or not. We're going to find out. Ta-da. Okay. Oh, this looks pretty clean. Looks brand new to me. What do you think, Eric?
Looks good.
Then spray all these orifices here. Nice. That's good. Okay, you see we're cleaning all this off, and then this little plastic piece comes off. The spring goes to the outside when you put it back on. So we're just spraying all these holes also. Okay, we're going to take this, I believe it's the fuel adjustment screw. Is that correct, Eric? Yes, help me if do we know how far it's got to go? Is there a spring behind this? So we'll get this out so we can spray behind it. Oh, Eric, you were wrong once like I was. There is a little spring right here. All right, first thing we'll do is put this top cover back on. Here's the new gasket. Line it up, top on top. Bada bing, bada bing. 2 screws. Which 2, Eric? These? Okay, put the top piece back on. Okay, now we're gonna put back in our fuel mixture screw. It's all clean here in the little spring. What you do with the screw? All right, you want to turn this screw until it barely stops or barely bottoms out. You don't want to over tighten it. I'll give a link in the video where I used the information to redo this because I didn't know that. This fuel mixture screw all the way till it just bottoms out. Then you have to turn it 1.5 turns out. So that's 1.5. And there's my half. Okay, remove the old gasket here from the fuel pump. Throw it over there. We line this up. It's got a little tab right there. See the little tabs? Helps you line it up. A lot of these things look alike, so be careful. Don't get them confused. Then you flip it over and you want to stick it right here where it goes. You got your little tabs here. Okay, it does have these tabs right here, and I felt that, and then I was able to get it right in the hole. Notice how they line up now, so everything is cool. So make sure you get these little tabs lined up, mount it, flip it over. There you go, put the screws in. All right, now this gasket goes on this side, and again, you line your little tabs up on the gasket, and then we got this little diaphragm we got to put on, and then the cover. So you got to take your time here and make sure you get it all lined up. Of course, there's a little bend against me, but it'll work. All right, we got the inside gasket, then we got the outside gasket, and we got this little diaphragm. Notice a nice bend I got from shipping. I'll blame that on the UPS man. I don't know, no. So you go right on these little tabs and lay it out. And see, it's hard to get this lined up because I got a bend in it, but you just got to kind of work with it. And you got this spring behind here. All right, you got to get your friend or your neighbor to help you because it took me and Eric to line that rubber little diaphragm up because it was bent. So I had him and we held it, and he had a good idea. We started one screw and turned this cap, and then I was able to just push it down on the spring and we got it. So I couldn't show you that because I didn't have my GoPro on. I couldn't do it all at once. Now we just tighten the screws up evenly. All right, now with this little piece right here, if you can notice, our carburetor is spotless, but look at this gunk up in here. See that gunk? So this is probably our issue. Okay, we take this piece off. There we go. Needs to be cleaned. Okay, we think we found our problem. This gasket is so stuck it looks like it's one, but it's not. And this is where all the trash is. So maybe somebody rebuilt it and didn't replace this piece. I don't know. So I'm carefully taking this off so I don't have to buy this little plunger piece here separate. You know, like batteries, buy separately. Look at all that trash. I bet you that's our issue. This carburetor is so clean. And we'll just clean this off for good measure. Okay, now we got this little plunger piece clean from that old gasket and all the gunk. Notice we got the 2 little ears here. It sets on, lines up. This will be a lot easier than the other piece. Here's the new gasket. Ta-da! And she's ready to go back in place. Okay, before we can put this little plunger back on, we gotta mount this spring back in this hole. And then we line it up ever so carefully and hold it with gorilla hands so it doesn't fly back in your face, and then put the screws in. Voila. Okay, next is put this little piece back in, little pointy end down. I hear you, Eric. I know that. The only way it can go. Flip the metal down, go with the float, bam. New gasket. This is an easy gasket lineup. Even Eric knew where this one went. All right, put the new gasket on and then mount this bottom piece right here. All right, go ahead. All right. Line the gasket up, make sure it's sitting good. All right, time to put the BB and the spring back in the hole. Bloop, there goes the BB. There goes the spring. And we need a new gasket here. All right, we got the BB, the spring in, now the last little piece here. Just snug her up, we're almost done. Okay, me and Eric got the carburetor back together. We're gonna try to get it back on the motor and then give it to test and see if she'll fire and run. All right, here goes nothing. We have not started it, have we, Eric?
No, sir.
We pumped the primer. We're gonna choke it here. We got it on neutral. Let's see, I don't know. Here goes nothing. Will she run? Whoop, one pull. Uh-oh, two pulls. Okay, for a little honesty, full disclosure, it didn't start as you've seen, and then we opened it up and looked and there was gas coming out because somebody didn't tighten the screws up on this side here with this diaphragm and the whatever you call it is. But anyway, Eric says it's my fault. I'm not blaming him. Me and Eric, we were scared to film, but the first time I swear it started, didn't it, Gary?
Yes, sir.
First time, listen to that. Come here and look at it pumping good over here. This is what you want out the end right here. See the P, telltale sign? All right, what do you think? Hey, tune in next week. Gator Trout.